What's up, gamers? Today we have a special topic, but before we do that, you listening? You paying attention? Hey, Haley, do you like this brain rot meme that I'm putting right in front of your face? Do we have your attention? Since we got that out of the way, today we're going to be talking about something that plagues every crevice of the internet. Brain rot. Now at this point everybody knows what brain rot is, but if you want a legal definition, brain rot is a term used to describe any form of media that is typically overstimulating or eye-catching. You can typically spot a brain rot video if the video has zero substance or meaning or value, typically filled with rapid cuts of, just horrible background music. And if that's not enough for you, we got Minecraft parkour just plastered right in the corner for you to watch while the video is playing, if you can't watch a 10-second clip of just nonsense. The question of the day is brain rot really that bad? Short answer, yeah, it is. Absolutely. But there are a couple things that we need to go over to better understand the full picture. Obviously, nothing good comes from sitting behind an iPhone screen for hours on end, and it doesn't help when brain rot exists to keep people there, like keeping people from, going outside and realizing that, wow, the sun exists. Some people have parents that they don't even talk to at all. Productivity has gone down the drain for many people because most people don't have the discipline to write an email or just sit at their 8-hour job and just work. But they do have the endurance to sit on TikTok or Instagram for 12 hours. I'm not gonna sit here and say that TikTok is an evil corporate entity owned by China. I'm just saying that it is a perfect vessel to perpetuate current media culture. I too am a victim of brainless media being injected to my brainstem via... Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking lawnmower. I too am a victim of just brainless media being injected straight into my brainstem via neural link. I literally don't talk like a normal human being who has values. My entire personality is littered with fucking chud talk and bullshit hullabaloo. A while back, I was at the gym and a group of teenage boys were sitting on the bench press. And every 2.5 seconds, they would laugh and scream, talking about some fucking 6'7". Are you fucking kidding me? So every 2.5 seconds, I grew inches and inches closer to just throwing a 35-pound dumbbell, throwing a 67-pound dumbbell straight to the side of their head. I was so close to just dribbling their fucking head to the pavement. That made me realize that conversations are a thing of the past. Everything is a bit. Every single conversation that I've had in the past 8 years has been a reference to some TikTok or Vine or just something that I've watched on the internet, making it an impossible task to have a conversation based on real life. Now, we've already heard the news talking about the irreparable damage that social media has done to the youth. The term brain rot literally comes from it's rotting our brain, turning all our youths into slugs, which is basically how they frame it. And to be fair, the youth of this generation, they're absolutely cooked. But on the other hand, we can't pretend that brain rot is this new development that we've all of a sudden just came up with on the spot. Boomers can't sit there and complain about what kids watch nowadays. They were literally sitting in their living room looking at this giant box TV, being like, Mom, come over here, look at this Tom and Jerry stuff. This is crazy. They wouldn't say shit. What would they say? This hecking... What the f***? What would boomers say? They would say the N-word. This Tom and Jerry is crazy. You see, Jerry grabbed a giant hammer and flattened Tom. Like, they can't sit there and just complain about what kids watch nowadays. They're watching bullshit. The distinction between what boomers used to watch and what kids watch nowadays is deceptively thin. From Saturday morning cartoons to MTV to dank memes, which, by the way, all you fuckers out here hating on modern memes would sit there with a ear-to-ear smile, laughing, genuinely laughing at the Ugandan Knuckles meme, or like touching my spaghetti, you have no right to complain about brain rot. Media has always been made to push out fads and catch attention. So to say that brain rot specifically is ruining kids nowadays, bit of an overstatement. We've had countless people around the globe raised on bullshit. Countless brains melted into goo who made a difference as adults. Millions of kids with a toxic relationship with a TV screen or an iPad screen or an iPhone screen, and they all turned out like just fine. Some of them were really good. Some of them were really bad, but you can basically surmise that there will be individuals raised by TikTok that will turn out just fine. There will also be kids raised on TikTok who will turn out just bad. Dipshits, in fact. A better way to frame the harm that brain rot is causing is the accessibility that kids have to social media and the frequency they are exposed to social media. Additionally, how targeted and just downright predatory the form of media is. People who create short form eye-catching media benefit more nowadays than people who make a video that they actually care about, just something that they like actually means something to somebody. And you know, media is a global powerhouse, and it's genuinely frustrating to essentially glaze over video after video after video and just watching the same format to the same uninspiring, lackluster form of media. You know, it gets tiring. However, a lot of it is funny, genuinely funny. Not always. You don't got all hits, okay? The record is it's basically 2-1, okay? You got two bangers, you got one kind of like just dog shit, basically. I do enjoy seeing memes that bring communities together rather than media being used by fucking Fox as a divisive weapon. Brain rot isn't new. What is new is how frequent it shows up in front of our face. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I am working on a streaming schedule, but it's not really working out. But you can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/lmaopojo, and you might catch me there. Or you might not. You might not catch me there. I'm gonna be for real.